Hello and welcome to Right Sports Talk. My name is Zach, and I'm here today to give you my predictions for Week 3 of the UFL football season. Unfortunately, I was too busy last week. I did not have time to make a video for my Week 2 predictions. I did Week 1. I went 1-3 with my predictions in Week 1. I unfortunately was not able to record my predictions for Week 2. I had a post to my YouTube community page giving my picks. My prediction record for Week 2 was 4-0, giving me an overall record of 5-3 on the season. So, let's get into Week 3. Week 3 kicks off this Saturday, April 13th. First game is the DC Defenders versus the Arlington Renegades. The Defenders are 1-1. Losing Week 1 to the San Antonio Brahmas, and then beating the Memphis Showboats last week. The Renegades are 0-2, losing to the Birmingham Stallions in Week 1, and then losing to the St. Louis Battlehawks last week. So, both these teams, I think, have very good QBs, but neither one of these teams has really gotten a run game going, which I think has kind of held them back a little bit. And they have okay but not really great defenses. So really, like, their quarterbacks are really carrying the team for them right now. My pick for this game is going to be the DC Defenders. I just trust Jordan Teamu a little bit more than I trust Luis Perez right now for what they both have around them and what they can ultimately do for their teams. So, pick for the first game, DC Defenders. Moving on to the second game, also on Saturday, is the Memphis Showboats, who are 1-1, versus the Birmingham Stallions, who are 2-2. So the Memphis has a very good quarterback in Case Cookus, but they unfortunately don't have a run game to really go around him. He is their team's leading rusher right now. But they also have a good defense on the other side of the ball. The Birmingham Stallions, they have a talented quarterback, but a very inexperienced quarterback in Matt Corral. But they have a very balanced offense around him in passing and rushing. Very good run game. They even have been using Adrian Martinez on designed QB runs using his athleticism, and he's played very well rushing the football. And Birmingham also has a good defense. My pick for this game is going to be the Birmingham Stallions. Right now, it's hard to argue that they're not the best team currently in the UFL. They're two-time defending USFL champions. Week 1, they beat the defending XFL champions in the Arlington Renegades. And I just think until somebody can prove that they can beat the Birmingham Stallions, I think I'm going to keep picking Birmingham Stallions to win. Moving on to the next games. Those happen on Sunday, the 14th of April. The first game is the Houston Roughnecks, who are 0-2, versus the Michigan Panthers, who are 1-1. Both these teams have struggling offenses, but their kicking game has been very good for them. So both teams, their offenses played okay, but they've made some mistakes that have cost the games. Turned the ball over, stuff like that. But their kicking games both been very good, especially the Michigan Panthers. Their kicker Jake Bates has shown to have a tremendous leg over the past couple weeks. I didn't get to talk about it last week. I unfortunately wasn't able to record a video, but in Week 1, he made a 64-yard game-winning field goal. And then this past week, he made a 62-yard field goal. And then I believe later in the game, he made a 53-yard field goal, so he's got a very good leg. Also, Houston's starting quarterback got injured last week, and their backup, Reed Sinnott, had to step in. He played pretty well. He threw for, I think, close to 230 yards, but they ultimately lost the game. My pick for this game is the Michigan Panthers. So I think the defense will be one of the big difference makers in this game. And I honestly think that the Panthers defense will do well against Reed Sinot. I think they will do better than the Roughnecks defense is going to do against E.J. Perry and for Michigan, and West Hill, who's the Panthers running back, is also very good. I think mainly the running game, the scrambling ability of E.J. Perry, he can score rushing touchdowns as well as make some plays with his arm. I think that will be the difference maker ultimately, and the Michigan Panthers will get the win here. The final game of the weekend between the St. Louis Battlehawks, who are 1-1, and the San Antonio Brahmas, who are 2-2. St. Louis in Week 1 lost to Michigan on that game-winning field goal. San Antonio, Week 1, went out, had a very good showing against the DC Defenders, and then last week had to have a comeback victory against the Memphis Showboats, but I'll talk about that a little bit later. First, talking about St. Louis, they have a very experienced quarterback in A.J. McCarron. They have a very good wide receiver in Marcel Aitman, who's just kind of exploded over the first two games. Has looked very good. They are also got a pretty balanced offense. Their defense has some question marks to it. They're a team that they in the first two games of this season, they have their average points per game and their average points given up per game is roughly the same. So question marks on that defense. Moving on to the Brahmas. The Brahmas have a very good defense, which is kind of expected given that their head coach is Wade Phillips, who's a very big defensive guy. He's known for having good defenses, known for being a very good defensive coordinator at the NFL level. And then, this past week against the Memphis Showboats, they came back they were down 19 points in the fourth quarter. They were down 19-0. They ended up scoring 20 points in the fourth quarter to win the game. And they were able to show off the XFL's alternative, or the UFL's alternative to the onside kick, where they took a 4th and 12 from their own 28-yard line. And if they converted that, then they got to keep the ball. And they did that. They marched down the field. That was a big part of their comeback. And their quarterback, Chase Darbers, has been actually playing very well over the first two games of the season. My pick for this game, this one was the most difficult for me. It's kind of a coin flip for me. It could go either way, and I would not be surprised. Ultimately, I am going to go with the St. Louis Battlehawks. I just think that their offense is going to be good enough to score points on this defense. And I think their defense will be able to do just enough to secure them the victory. So both of these teams, honestly, it could depend on whoever starts fast. Whoever scores first in this game could wind up being the winner. But right now, I'm going with the St. Louis Battlehawks. Right, those are my picks for Week 3 of the UFL season. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Who you guys think are going to win. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time, see ya.